Hello YouTube, this is Mech from Mech Tech Gaming, and I have my review for the Canon Powershot ELPH 110. Now, this is a camera that I bought solely for vlogging because I just could not use my iPhone for vlogging. It was not cutting, it wasn't doing the job. So I've had the camera for about a week now, and I think I'm ready to tell you my thoughts about it, the pros and cons. Currently I have it on a tripod. So yes, it does screw into a standard tripod just like many other digital cameras do. And I really needed to do some research about a good vlogging camera, and this is the one that came across to me as being probably the most practical and the most affordable for doing vlogs and other sorts of videos. And not only videos, it takes very good pictures as well. I'll show you some still photos in just a little bit. I'm going to go outside and get a look at how well the scenery looks. A little chilly out. So here we are. It's a nice blue sky day. I have this on auto mode at the moment. There is a switch on the top to switch to manual if you want to add any settings like exposure and aperture settings, any filters, stuff like that. I prefer to keep on auto so that I don't have to mess with any of those settings, and it will take care of everything for me itself. It also has a very decent autofocus. If I were to look up at the sun right now, as you can see, it focuses and it adjusts accordingly. And then I go back just with something closer. And it will adjust accordingly pretty quickly. It's a very sleek camera. It's actually less in length to an iPhone, and it's just a tad bit thicker. So very easy to just slip into your pocket whenever you want to pull it out. It's right there. It's not heavy at all. This has got to be probably one of the lightest cameras I've ever owned. It does not have a touch screen. The screen is a 3-inch, and it has buttons on the side to use for navigation. I'm not going to show much of the actual camera. That's what I had my unboxing video for. So if you want to see the camera up close, then I will post the unboxing video link in the description below. This is solely just a, I guess you could say, a quality and features, pros and cons video. I'm in the shed here to kind of get a look at how it handles low light. You'll have to take my word for it. It is darker in here than the camera is currently showing. As I'm looking through the viewfinder, it actually looks lighter than it really is in here. There is actually one of my vlogs where I put the camera looking out the window, and I commented on how dark it was because it was only like 4:30 in the afternoon, and I was like, geez, it looks really dark out here. But the camera focused and changed settings on its own to make it look brighter than it actually was outside. So it works fairly good in low light situations, unless it's, you know, pitch dark with absolutely no light. This camera has a 5x zoom, which isn't the greatest zoom. I mean, it works really well for still pictures, but I'll show you right now while taking video. it does zoom in pretty slowly, and that's all the way right there. Zooms in and out pretty slowly. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it does make a slight noise of it zooming in, which doesn't really bother me because I don't really use the zoom feature for video that much. But for others, it could be a problem. Obviously, it's something that just shouldn't be. But hey, it is what it is. This camera, it cost me $130. It normally retails for, I think it was $230. And I got it in a bundle, which came with a battery and a SD card and a carrying case. This camera is a 16.1 megapixel, 3.5mm lens, so you get that wide angle shot, which is very nice for vlogs and reviews you may be doing on other things, or just regular video taking. The battery life is decent. I do have 2 batteries, but I should always remember to bring an extra battery with me because I have had the battery die unexpectedly. So when you're doing a lot of video taking, because this does take HD 1080p video, it does take up a considerable amount of juice. So having an extra battery is definitely a good idea. The external speaker to play back any videos that you take is definitely not the greatest. It's a very tinny sound, and it's, even with the volume turned all the way up, you can hardly hear it. But to me, that's not really an issue here. As long as it takes good video, it's alright. There is a significant difference in quality when you look at it after uploading it to the computer, as opposed to the viewfinder on the camera. But I think that's the way it's meant to be anyways. There's also an image stabilization feature on this camera that works fairly well. I do like to put the camera on my little stand in my car. I'll show you what it looks like. Right here, I place it in that stand, and it does bounce a little bit, and the image stabilization works decent. It still is a little shaky on bumpy roads, but otherwise it works alright. Other than the few cons I said, there's really nothing wrong with this camera at all. I find this camera to be very sufficient for vlogging, doing video reviews, and other kinds of video taking you'd like to do. So I'll go ahead and I'll roll through the still images that I took to give you an idea of how good still images can look. Even though we bought this camera for vlogging, it still takes really good photos as well. So that's the Canon Powershot ELPH 110HS. And a cat. So if you have any questions about the camera, feel free to leave them in the comments, send me a PM, whatever. This, I think, is a very good camera if you're just starting out in vlogging. I mean, obviously there's better cameras out there, but this is a very good one for the price, and it does what it sets out to do very well. So if you enjoyed the video, I appreciate it. If you liked, give me that thumbs up. Comment, share, and subscribe if you have not already. This is Mech from Mech Tech Gaming. I'll see you guys next time.